Hey guys, this tutorial is focusing on my foundation, concealer, highlight, and contour routine, and it is completely voiced over because I didn't want to wake up my precious sleeping babies. Here is my naked face before I start. The first thing I use every single morning for like ever is my Mabel and Meg lumilixir serum with hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. It's super hydrating, helps with fine lines and wrinkles, and it is everything to me and I will use it forever. It makes my skin bright and glowy and no dry patches.
Next, my Mommy Susie.
The Kat Von D Lock-It Hydrating Base and Primer. I love this primer because it's so light on my skin.
Foundation.
The OFRA Silk Peptide Foundation has been my absolute favorite. This is 02. I just apply it with my fingers all over my face and blend out the edges a little bit. And then I use my beauty sponge that I spray with a little spray bottle with water so it's not too wet. This just helps even out my skin tone and isn't cakey at all. For a little bit more coverage, I go in with the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in Warm L7. And then blending that out again with my damp sponge, and I bring the chin concealer over to the sides of my face. Blending my under eye concealer over across the top of my cheeks and down onto my cheeks. I always bring a little bit of that concealer over my eyelids. Now we have enough coverage.
No cake.
My absolute favorite translucent powder is by NYC, and for my under eyes, I like to use, again, my damp beauty sponge. Then I set my whole face with the same powder and a brush. I only set my whole face with powder if I am contouring with powder. I wouldn't do this if I was going to contour with cream. I have been contouring with my new favorite contour palette, the Tarteist Contour by Tarte. I actually got this from GLAMBOT.com. If you haven't heard of them, you need to check them out. I like to start by using the lighter contour shade and just buffing that out in the hollow of my cheekbone. And then I go in with the darker contour shade and just put a little bit at the beginning. GLAMBOT buys gently used high-end makeup and sells it for discounted prices. To contour my nose, I'm using the lighter shade and a little flat eyeshadow brush and sketching a line on both sides of my nose to make it appear more slender, and then bringing that down to the tip of the nose. And then I am drawing a line across that to make the end of my nose appear shorter. And then I'm just going over that with the darker contour shade. More GLAMBOT info. It is like a thrift store for makeup, except it is sanitized and resealed and inspected and so great for beauty on a budget. Okay, back to the nose. Pretty much you just redraw your nose the way you want it to look, and then make sure to blend out all of the lines. Then I'm going in with more of the translucent powder by NYC just on the sides of the nose and under that contour to make it a little bit sharper.
Eyeballs.
Now I'm going to dust off all that excess powder. And then using Summer and Moonstone from the Sun Dipped Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. On my cheeks, down the center of my nose, and on the tip of my nose, and I do put a little tiny bit on my chin and in the inner corner of my eyes and below my brow bone. Using my favorite blush, Luminoso by Milani, I am going to dust it on my cheeks and blend it into my contour so it all is seamless with no lines. Now I'm going to put on some individual lashes and some black lipstick, and then, of course, add some freckles with my Brow Magic Universal Pencil by Pony Cosmetics. And that's my foundation routine. Thank you so much for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.